What's up? I'm a state champion powerlifter, squat 500 pounds, deadlift 465, and bench 335, all at 17. I'll show some pictures of my recent workout, hamstrings out the wazoo, friggin' looking yoked or something, whatever these TikTok kids say. But I had a friend ask me the difference between working out in the morning and the evening and how you should eat to circumvent each of them. So there actually is a very clear difference in between morning and evening workouts. In the morning, in the evening. Morning is literally just worse. It's just worse. There's literal science to back up why it's worse, but just to answer the question immediately, it is just worse. So that's for a few different reasons. So for one, a lot of performance in the gym is based off of something like called core temperature, like the actual temperature of your body, and that is lowest in the morning. It's also based off of your carb saturation, like how much glycogen you have in your stores, which is going to be lowest in the morning, and your hydration, which is going to be lowest in the morning. You just woke up, you haven't drunk water for about 8 hours. So it's always going to be definitely worse in the morning, at least slightly, but there are certain things that you can do to circumvent them both. So the most optimal time to work out, according to science, which I can put in a description or something, or you can just take my word for it, is between like around about 2 p.m. to like 9. Now, of course, that does depend on you specifically. If you work like a really hard job or something like that, or you have some stuff to do all day, then it might be best for you to do it before you actually go to work and stuff. Like if you're about to be walking around for like 20 miles or so, it might be best to work out before, and that might actually become the more optimal version to do rather than the evening one, even though you'll be more hydrated, more carbs in your stores, yada, 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 right? So it really just depends on kind of who you are. But if you need to work out in the morning, here's a few things you can do to circumvent the performance loss. One, caffeine will raise your your core temperature and everything. It'll help you a lot, me personally. And obviously have like a meal before. Training fast, it's just never really that good of an idea, especially if you do more high repage like bodybuilding stuff. Your glycogen stores are going to get depleted hella fast and your performance is going to tank. Now, a lot of the more recent literature is like it doesn't really support like having a high carb load before you work out, but in just anecdotally, like between me and you, it's there's definitely a very, very clear difference. All right, now between person to person, like some people can utilize a lot more carbs than other people, right? If you're a smaller person, you don't need to like follow a guideline. Like I see people online being like, you need to eat 200 carbs before you work out. That would destroy my insides. All right, I weigh 170 pounds. All right, 200 carbs, that is too much. All right, I hate to say I can't digest that much food before I lift, and especially if you're like a girl or something, 200 carbs, that is a death sentence. You're about to turn into Gorlock. But you need to figure out what your body can reasonably tolerate and handle, and try and eat that before you work out. Something like oatmeal. Oatmeal it's pretty nutritious-ish. It's pretty good for muscular function stuff. It's got a tiny little bit of potassium in there. It's like 2% or something. It's pretty, not really good for that. But it's really fast digesting, easy to digest carbs. So like maybe an hour or 2 hours before, try and do it. But if you need to literally wake up, go to the gym, something like pre-workout carbs, like maltodextrin and stuff, those like powderized carbs that you can put into a drink that are literally as fast acting as it gets, and maybe a bottle of honey might actually also help you if you need to work out straight in the morning. That's a pretty good tool to utilize. Obviously, you need to be hydrated as much as you possibly can, glycogen, and also a little bit of caffeine is going to help you kind of get that pep in your step and actually like raise that core temperature a little bit. But over time, the best thing to do is just try to keep everything very consistent. So the more consistent your actual workout times are, it's your like body's gonna actually adapt to that. Like your core temperature is gonna start changing at those times. It basically just adapt to you working out earlier times. All right. So the overall best time to work out is just gonna be the time that you can hit it every single time. Like, or if you're gonna be free every single day at like 5 p.m., then go to the gym. But something to kind of take into account is like how busy is it gonna be? If there's gonna be a shit ton of people there working out, that might end up just like completely throwing you off, and you might just be better off going in the morning. Because I mean, if you have to split up every single set to where everything's just out of order, or you have to literally wait for machines, around where I'm at, it's not really a problem. You can just go at any time. There's going to be at least like a machine or two, like a Smith machine or something open, But for sure, it's definitely about like consistency, repetition. It's gonna be whatever you can do, go every single day. Get your body very used to working out at that time, and over time, your performance is gonna increase. Whenever I was in powerlifting, I used to work out every day at like 2 or 3 p.m. I think it was, but it was like right after school, and my performance was actually a lot more consistent than it has been in like recent times. Because as I've gotten more things to do, things have only gotten like kind of like more skewed out of whack. All right, but like if you have this exact same time that you work out every single day, then that's gonna kind of drive your performance up, even if that time every single day is at like freaking 4:30 a.m. or some bullcrap. But for sure, recommend some carb powder. It's gonna help you a lot, and a few other things. So I'm gonna put a few things in the description, some studies and stuff if you want to go dive through that yourself. I'm not about to sit here and dissect it for you. I've already looked at all this stuff before. Maybe I'll put some stuff up on screen, but for sure, core body temperature is very important. Consistency is very important. Glycogen stores, hydration is very important. This is gonna be a pretty short video because this is a very simple topic, but my friend asked me, and I would like to answer his question. So if any of y'all are interested in a more advanced course where I dive more into detail onto things like this, then check the link in the description. Till then, see ya.